Hey everyone, it's Harlan Kilstein for Tactic 7, and we're in the middle of a series about your business during a recession. Now, there is panic out in the streets, and the panic is something that you see everywhere. You go into the supermarket, people are talking about how expensive things are. I just can't afford celery anymore. Celery is so expensive. Or you're online in the bank and people are just talking about how tough things are and who's out of work. You go to parties, who's been unemployed, who's losing their home. People are saying things like they can't afford college tuition for their kids in the future. We're just in this recession and we're never going to get out of this recession, and Obama's not going to be able to do it. Nobody's going to be able to do it, and it's terrible and it's horrible. The media loves this stuff. I'm in Florida, and in Florida during hurricane season, the radio and television stations live for hurricanes because of the increased viewership. And what their goal is during a hurricane is to scare the crap out of everybody who lives in Florida. And Sandra's behind the camera, and she's smiling because she just knows that it's true. Now, Florida's a big state, and it's got two coasts, the East Coast, where we are, and the West Coast. Now, even though we know with reasonable accuracy where the storms are going, and the storm can be on the west coast of Florida, shooting for some part of Florida that is hundreds and hundreds of miles away, and the most we're going to get is some light wind, the radio and television stations are killer storm on the way. And you go into the supermarkets, and there's nothing there. You know, like everything is gone. The dog food is gone. The water is gone. You can't. People fighting, clawing each other's eyes out for a can of lima beans. It's because people are like Pavlov's dogs. They just react. After 9/11, the economy rolled over and played dead. The American consumer lay down, stuck his thumb in his mouth, and pretended that the world didn't exist. And most businesses built in the excuse of, we can't succeed because it's the economy. We can't succeed because nobody's buying. Really? Nobody's buying? Go into an Apple store and on a weekend and watch what's going on there. It's a madhouse. People are buying 12 MP3 players, one for every room in their house, the iPhones, the new Macs that they're cranking out. People are buying stuff. I went to a mall in South Florida where the real estate crisis has really hit. The number of foreclosed homes is really high, and I had to park a good 3/4 away from the mall because I couldn't get near the place, and it was packed. Now, there are some people who will get that report and go, yeah, it was packed, but people weren't buying. Yes, I know. They went into the mall to work on their tans. I mean, give yourself all the excuses that you want, but right now is the best time for you to work on your business. Not just work on your business and hope that the money's going to come in. Work on your business and bring in the money now. Now, there are strategies that work all the time, but there are also strategies that work, killer strategies that work during a recession. And so I want to ask you a question, and the question is, who's driving your brain? Are you in charge of your brain, or has some Jason-like creature from Friday the 13th taken over your brain and making you crazy with worry? First thing you have to do is you have to cut out all negative self-talk, all negative stuff that people are dumping on your brain. Frankly, it's between us. I'm blunt. Would you let someone take a crap on your head? Okay? Would you? Of course not. But that's what's happening every time you turn on the radio, every time you turn on the television, every time you listen to the internet, that and they tell you how bad things are, and oh gosh, these guys at AIG took billions of dollars from us and a gazillion dollars, and then they took bonuses. Oh, how horrible, it's terrible. We should all be poor. We should all just sit around and hold hands. And there's a Woody Allen movie. His first movie was Take the Money and Run. And there's a scene where he's so poor, he holds up like a piece of bologna and tears it into 4 pieces and splits it with his family. Folks, if that's the way you want to live, you can create that as a reality just by letting people continue to dump their crap on you. Stop listening to people, stop listening to media who are telling you that this economy is going to ruin you. Start reading inspirational material, motivating material. Get some CDs of people like Brian Tracy, of Jim Rome, of Tony Robbins. Stuff that's going to pick you up, get you charged, and go to bed with that in your ears. I absolutely guarantee you that will change your life. Newspaper, cut it out of my life years ago. Don't look at CNN. Don't look at MSNBC. Don't look at television. Don't listen to the radio. And you know what? I'm still here. The world is going on. There are people who constantly call me every day because they want to tell me the news about what's bad in the world, and I won't listen to them because the recession is for them. It's not for me, and it's not for you. So in Tactic 7, we're going to be giving you strategies of how to expand your business, not just survive. Surviving is not good enough. We're going to show you how to thrive in the recession. Check in. They're going to be posts 3 times a week, practical posts, and we're going to show you, yes, you can grow your business during a recession. Harlan, Kilstein, Tactic 7. See you back soon.